Even ever comment about my height if you're not gonna say I have become taller than the last time you saw me, you know. Hi guys, it's your girl Stella. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something way different. We are getting to know each other. I realized like 3 years ago or 2 years ago I did a video of get to know me, and that video was sped up a lot and I was not audible and I was so distracted, so probably you guys didn't get to know me better. So I decided I'm gonna do another video just to answer some questions that I've received from you guys about myself, and I hope I answer them to your satisfaction. If you're new here, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to turn on your notifications to know when I post my new vlogs and my new cute cat videos and everything that I post on Stella TV. Stella TV has no niche. Again, I already told you guys, Stella TV has no niche. Stella TV is my television. I manage it, I direct it, I post anything I want to post on my channel because that's my TV, that's my life, that's where I want the people that come after me to see how I lived my life. So blessed to have you guys in my crew. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my community. It's an honor, it's a blessing, and I appreciate you guys. So as usual, I wrote the questions down on my book, on my notebook, and I'm just gonna be reading them out loud and answering them one by one to my satisfaction, truthfully and honestly. So let's get to know each other. So question number 1 is, what's my full name? That's interesting because I have so many names. Before I used to go as Stella Wairimo Wanjiro. Now I no longer go as that. My name is Stella Wairimo Nafula Johnson because I choose to change and release some names. So I went with Nafula because Nafula is my dad's side, and that was my name initially before my name was changed. So I went with Nafula, and I'm also going with my husband's name because I'm taking his name. Question number 2 is, what's my height? That's also a very interesting question because on my passport it says I'm 5'2". Recently when we went to hospital, my height was 5'5". So that means I'm becoming taller by the day. I honestly love being a tall girl. I love being called tall. I don't like anyone saying that I'm a short girl. Don't even ever comment about my height if you're not gonna say I have become taller than the last time you saw me, you know. Anyway, my real height is 5'5". Question number 3 is, what's my favorite food? This will always be my favorite food. Chipo, njiva, chips, fried potatoes. I love fries. I love fries so much. Fries, they calm me down. Fries comfort me. Fries, where would I be without potatoes? Potatoes. I love potatoes so much. I love potatoes so much, and I love them fried. That's it. I don't like them mashed or in another way. I like them fried. I like chipo. I like chips. I like fried. Question number 4 is, catch me dead. Catch me dead eating my nails. Catch me dead with my fingers in my mouth. Catch me dead eating popos. I hate popos. I despise popos. I can't handle the smell of popos. It smells like shoes. I hate the smell of shoes. I hate the smell of shoes, honestly. I can't stand smelling shoes. Question number 5 is, what's my favorite song right now? My favorite song right now is 9 by Drake. I love that jam. I've been jamming to it. I don't know why I like it, but I love it. You know, one thing about me and music, I love raps. And also, like, I relate. I like to relate. I won't listen because I relate, you know. There's a part where Drake says, all these handouts, man, is getting out of hand. I'ma start telling niggas, get it how you can. I have it right now. I'm everybody's friend. If I ever lose, I bet we never talk again. I wouldn't say like I would like limit myself to a particular genre of music, because I am someone who listens to anything and everything as long as it has meaning, and if it doesn't have words, it has a sound that captures me. Question number 6 is, what's your resolution this year? My resolution this year and all the years that have come before this year has always been to be the best version of myself, to be the best Stella I can be. My goal every day is to make sure that God smiles because of me. I don't know how that works out. I don't know how I figured that out or when I came to that conclusion. But me and my husband, we usually talk about something called the order of life. And the order of life is something probably me and him has come across in read, and now both of us know that. But then there's something called the order of life, and the order of life, probably you would get that lesson from someone called Sadhguru. Today, what I do today is all that matters, because I will not be able to do it tomorrow. I will not be able to do it the next day. I will not be able to do it the other year. What I do today, be the best version of yourself that you can ever be. Be the best version. Do not harm. Unaona, kama unaweza ishi life yako bila kuumiza mse mwingine, wewe ishi tu maisha yako, fanya vitu zenye unafanya. Do not harm people. Do not cause pain to people. Do not go stealing. Do not do things that would annoy God. Things that would, and God is everywhere. God is one of us. God is everywhere, you know. Umeshafanya mtu mambo mabaya, ameenda kwake, ananungunika, anapiga mdomo, analia, amekasirika. The person is just saying bad things about you, you know. Avoid that. I avoid that so much. Question number 7 is, what's my favorite movie? My favorite show of all time will be Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I love that they have dragons. I love that they have dragon riders. I'll probably be a dragon rider if I was living in those times, because I'm a fire sign. Guys, everything fire, count me in. I have realized that about myself. I am a fire element and I'm attracted to fire. Anything that they're spitting fire, anything that is dragon, anything that there's, hi my boy, anything that there's moto, niko hapo. Niite ni hapo. I love Game of Thrones down. I've watched Game of Thrones like 14 times and I think I'm still gonna watch it again. I love it because it takes me back to a time, maybe a time that has never been experienced in this world. It's just a fiction of someone's mind. But then when I'm watching Game of Thrones, it's like I personally go back to living in those times. There was no phones, there was no technology, there was no cars. And also I feel like Game of Thrones is such a life lesson, because if you like pay attention closely in Game of Thrones, any betrayal, any downfall that comes, someone is usually like anakwanga amepatiwa ka warning hapo before, anakwanga ameambiwa this or this will happen. Like, let's use for example Ned Stark. When he was beheaded, he was given a chance to leave King's Landing. He was given also a chance by the Queen to leave King's Landing, or to just shut up with the knowledge that he had about Joffrey and the siblings not being King Robert's kids. He was given a chance. He could have just chosen to, well, this is my understanding, he could have just chosen to pack with his daughters after they killed the wolf. They shouldn't have continued, because the wolves were killed on the King's Road. So on that King's Road, it should have been like, he should have decided, you know what, because of these beginnings, we are just gonna go back to my wife and my other kids that I've left in Winterfell. Me and my daughters are gonna go back. But he decided, you know what, I'm gonna be loyal to my king. The foolish king died and left him there. But in all these instances, before Ned Stark's beheading, he had warnings. There were signs. I love that show so much. I love talking about Game of Thrones. I have other shows that I like The Good Doctor. I love Vikings. I love Walking Dead. I love Love and Hip Hop. I love Sisters on BET. I love so many shows. I've watched so many shows. I love Hunting Wives. I love Fool Me Twice or Fool Me Once. I love Final Destinations. I have watched so many shows, guys. I love so many of them, but none of them beats Game of Thrones. I think number 2 would be probably Walking Dead, and then number 3 would be Sisters. But let's not name it like that. Let's just say number 1 is Game of Thrones. Question number 8. How old was I when I got married? How old was I when I got married? I got married when I was 26. I met my husband when I was 25. So yeah, I got married when I was 26. Speaking of getting married, tomorrow is our 4 years anniversary. I am so blessed. I am so blessed that God decided to bless me with a healthy, loving relationship. This is the longest relationship I've ever had in my life. This is the most loving relationship I've ever had in my life. I have never ever had someone love me the way my husband loved me, not even a blood related. My husband loves me. My husband knows me. My husband everything. My husband everything. And I am so blessed to have a man like that on my side, as my leader, as my king. Treats me like his queen. He's good. He listens. He's my best friend. And yeah, tomorrow we're celebrating 4 years, and I am so honored. I tell my husband I wear my wedding ring as a badge of honor, because you know what? This is my life. This is what I was made for. To be a wifey, to be a happy wife, to be a great woman, taking care of a great man, and taking care of my kids and our babies when they come in the future. You know, we are so blessed, honestly. And we are living a life of abundance where we get to see God's glory and God's beauty. And it's amazing. Honestly, it's so amazing in my life. Question number 9 is, who inspires me? To be very honest, I do inspire myself. I am my biggest inspiration. I wouldn't say they're like women ahead of me or older women that I look up to, that I would like comfortably say I would like for this woman to mentor me. Not really. No. There is none that I want to be like. I want to be me. In the next world, in this world, I want to be me. I inspire myself so much. When I tell myself my story, oh my God, the rocks, the valleys, the fires I've walked through to get to wherever I am, to be standing, to be here. I am my inspiration, and Jesus is my leader. Jesus has led me to here. You know, I am my inspiration. I inspire myself. I'm my greatest criticizer. I'm my greatest motivator. I am my biggest fan. Like, even when the analytics come out, it always like comes showing I'm the one who has viewed my videos mostly. Because you know why? Because this is my world. There's only me that can love myself with that amount of intensity. And I think that's why I attract my husband. I attracted my husband. My husband loves me so much, so deeply. And I know he couldn't have loved me in that kind of manner if he didn't see how intensely I love myself. I always say here that I never always had like the confident girl self-esteem. Like, I wasn't always confident, but one day I woke up and I saw the light. One day I woke up and I stood in the mirror and I looked at myself, and there was me. There was a queen staring at a queen, and I asked myself, wait, do you even know who you are? It has never been the same since then. I received God woke me up. God told me, hizi validations za nje achana nazo. And I can tell you, I can speak for a fact, mimi ni huyo dem. Mimi ni huyo dem mwenye unadhani mimi ni huyo dem. The last question is, if I had a message to the younger me, what would the message be? If I could speak to the younger Stella, I would tell her that I am so proud of her for never giving up. I am so proud of her for coming this far. I would tell her I'm so proud that she chose to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if no one ever saw the light at the end of her tunnel. I would tell her that I'm proud of her for speaking life into herself. Even if nobody ever spoke life into her, she spoke life into herself. And I would tell her that I am so proud. I am so proud of how she handled everything. And I would also tell her it gets better. I would tell her to cry less. Cry less. It gets better with time. I would tell her it gets so way better than she expected. I would also tell her to relax. Everything will fall in place at its own time. And no matter what anyone says, whatever God has in store for you, that's what is gonna come in store for you. And I would tell her to continue loving and appreciating herself. I would tell her to continue being true to herself. I love that God keeps showing me how great it can get. It gets better, honestly. Life is no longer ugly as it was before. Life is beautiful. Life is good. I love that. So guys, I hope you guys have I hope you had fun watching me. I am so blessed to have you guys, to have your attention, to have your time, to have your screen. I am so blessed. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for being my loyal subbies. The only way is you. Is you. So bye guys. See you again another time.